Hey Carp Geeks, well here we are, the finished article. Yeah, it took a while, but eventually I got the tank sorted out. It completely cycled. As you can see now, I've got 4 koi in there. Pretty happy with how it turned out. Real quick, what I'm going to do, I'm essentially going to, and you'll see this video later of course, essentially what I'm going to do, I'm going to emulate Kevin Maddock's amino acid experiments, where he introduced amino acids, the usual thing, right? He introduced amino acids into his similar sized tank back in the 80s and saw a feeding response from carp. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but maybe a little bit more sophisticated, okay? So we'll get into the nuts and bolts of that a little later, okay? But basically what I'm going to do, and I'll just show you real quick, I actually have a plastic tub essentially, which will sit in the middle of the tank under the gravel, right? So when I introduce amino acids to this dish, essentially, I'm going to introduce them through a hose, just like Maddox did. Okay, using a large syringe to squirt them into there. I'll create basically an area under the gravel of high local amino acid concentration, and we'll see the fish's response to that. Okay. Now, I actually have details later, and I'll do a follow-up video. Maddox again and again and again is always proved correct when I read scientific papers. Okay, so I'm very hopeful that with our more sophisticated method, we'll actually be able to put some numbers on what he did. So he had, very good response, moderate response, poor response. I can actually figure out exact concentrations where stimulation occurs, and I can compare that with literature for carp and also catfish. Okay, so watch this space, as they say. See you next time.